Hello friends, greeting. Welcome to this session of detailed analysis of CAT 2021. So yes, CAT 21 is over now, and now we are here for the detailed analysis and the discussion and the various questions from your side to handle to answer all those queries. So yes, friends, this was a very hectic day for us here at EduShastra. And since morning, like before the first lot even, we were having a lot of queries regarding the pattern, the number of questions, the possible difficulty level of the CAT paper. And yes, after the slots, slot 1, slot 2, slot 3, we were like bombarded with lots of queries, lots of questions about the percentile, about the expected score, about the analysis, what can be the possible solutions of the questions. So there are lot of queries from your all side. So yes, so to answer, to analyze all those queries, to just give you a say a piece of like relaxation. So yes, the detailed CAT analysis here on behalf of EduShastra. So I, Ankur Agwal, welcome you all once again for this detailed analysis of EduShastra. Okay, so let's discuss and the possibilities, the expected cutoff, the different slot analysis, right? So yes, moving further. Now, starting with the first part, that is a highlight of the CAT this year. So the total exam cities were 158, total exam centers were approximately 425 plus, and the candidates who appeared for this year CAT is approximately 2,31,000. Number of questions reduced from the last year, that is 66 this year, right? And same, the three slots were there: morning, afternoon, evening, and the same time 2 hours, that is 120 minutes for this exam this year also, right? So these are the some key highlight. But yes, a shifting trend of the CAT. So what is this shifting trend? And is the CAT is the same as like 5 6 years back, or there is a some shift? There is a some new trend the CAT is acquiring. Okay, so just yes, just see the points. CAT is moving towards the IQ based test from the conceptual based test and becoming a more like a GMAT examination, right? Now, this year, VARC and LRDI are becoming the kingmaker sections, right? So, if you're good in the VARC and the LRDI this year, CAT 2021, you will be the king for this year CAT, right? Once again, as the CAT is known for its unpredictable nature, so CAT has shown the same trend, that is unpredictability this year also. So in the LRDI, less options to choose from, and it was a more lengthier. Yeah, little lengthier. Sets were little lengthier in the LRDI. Okay, verbal ability and LRDI were difficult. Main cliff changer and will make the winners this year, right? So a combination of LRDI and verbal ability will make you the winner this year. Two LRDI sets were enough to score high this year, right? Because there is a change in the number of questions. We'll discuss this, right? Slot 2 and slot 3 candidate knew to go for a two slots only, right? So after the slot 1, they were having a good and fair idea what to do in the DI section, right? But yes, this was a little surprise element for the slot 1 candidate. So nothing can be done because you are in a slot 1, right? Quantitative. So quantitative is having a just a qualifying level of difficulty compared to the VRC and the LRDA. Yes, quant was slightly difficult compared to the last year, this year, right? Timing was a critical factor, right? So rather than the conceptual understanding and conceptual clarity, if you are able to manage your time in the quantitative section, you will be doing wonders this year in the quant, right? LRDI was a mixture of easy and moderate level of sets. Yes, the last point. Conceptual questions are becoming less intense and IQ-based questions in every sections are increasing, including VRC, including LRDI, including the quantitative. So IQ-based questions are increasing. CAT to CAT, right? So this is a shift in the CAT. Right? So yes, CAT 2020 versus CAT 21. The difference is number of questions last year 76, this year reduced, right? And this is 66. We are seeing easy to moderate last year, but this year this is moderate to difficult. So there is a little increase in the difficulty level for the VRC. Same is there with the LRDA section. So easy to moderate last year, but this year moderate to difficult. Quantitative, easy to moderate, right? But yes, overall, little conceptual questions and little logical based questions are there in a quantitative. So for the 99 percentile, last year we were expecting a score of 42 in the quant, but this year we are expecting a score of 38. In a VRC for 99 percentile, 42 was for the last year, but this year 41, almost same. LRDI last year 35, but this year 32. So these are the scores we are expecting here at EduShastra for the 99 percentile, right? Okay, so CAT 21 overall analysis, different section-wise analysis. VRC total 24 questions, 19 for the MCQ and 5 for the non-MCQ. That is type in the answer, right? Time 40 minutes for each sections, right? Data interpretation 20 questions, 15 MCQ, 5 type in on the non-MCQ. Quantitative 22 total questions, 14 are MCQ and 8 are non-MCQ. So in overall, you were having a 66 questions. Out of these, 48 are MCQ based and 18 are non-MCQ based, right? That is a type in the answer. You have to type the answer, right? Using the screen keyboard. Yeah. Okay. So slot wise analysis, the difficulty level of different slots, morning, afternoon, and evening. Overall, first slot, easy to moderate, afternoon and evening, moderate. So difficulty level was increasing when you are ending towards the day. VRC, easy to moderate in the morning, afternoon, moderate to difficult, evening, moderate to difficult. So the same pattern, that is the overall pattern. So increasing level of difficulty towards the evening. Quantitative, again, increasing towards the evening. LRDI, easy to moderate and remain moderate till evening. So overall paper was moderate for this year, right? If I take all the 3 slots, so overall paper is moderate for this year. That is CAT 22. Now, if I analyze the different sections slot wise, so verbal ability and reading comprehension. So in a reading comprehension, you were having a total 16 questions. And these 16 questions are divided into the 4 part, that is the 4 questions each. Different passages, each passage is having a 4 questions. And in the grammatical section, verbal ability section, para formations, 3 questions, odd one out, 2 questions, para summary, 3 questions, right? So this way you are having a this slot 1 VRC section. VRC section in a slot 2, that is in the afternoon. So reading comprehension remains the same pattern, that is a total 16 questions divided into the 4 part equally. Para formation 3, odd man out 2, and para summary 3. So this is the same thing, right? Slot 3. Yes. So reading comprehension, no change in the pattern, 16 questions in the slot 3 also, right? But yes, passages are a little moderate this year, right? So this is about the verbal ability part. Now moving towards the logical reasoning and data interpretation. So slot 1, because like this was a surprising element, the data interpretation. So 2 sets for the data interpretation, 2 sets for the logical reasoning. And out of each one, that is data interpretation and logical reasoning, one set is having a 4 questions and other set is having a 6 question. So total 10 questions for the data interpretation, 10 questions for the logical reasoning, right? And yes, you can see that the level of difficulty is not easy. So data interpretation is basically a little moderate to difficult this year, right? CAT 2021 is having a little moderate to difficult data interpretation part. So same pattern in the second slot also. So number of questions, 10 for the data interpretation, 10 for the logical reasoning, divided in two sets. That is 4 questions and 6 questions, right? And yes, almost moderate section in the afternoon also. Evening, yes, moderate one, same pattern, 10 questions for the data interpretation, 10 questions for the logical reasoning part. And yes, so this is the reason we was saying in the beginning that LRDI is a little game changer this year, right? Okay, so coming to the quantitative part is having a say wide variety of questions covering almost all the part of your quantitative book, right? So yes, we were having all those chapters in the quantitative book, and yes, we discuss all these things in the classes also. So questions from the arithmetic, questions from the algebra, questions from the geometry, permutation, combination, every part of the quantitative is there in the quantitative sections here, right? So wide variety, wide range of concepts are covered this year in the quantitative section. Slot 1, same trend was there in the slot 2 also, covering almost all the concepts, all the modules in the slot 2 also, right? And yes, slot 3. So in a slot 3, yes, we are having again the same thing: simple interest, compound interest, functions, permutation, combination, you name the concept, the question was there, right? So everything, indices, log, everything was there in the quantitative section, right? Which you study in the classes. So section wise cutoff, this is a like a very one point which you are feeling and excited about this. So for 80 percentile, right, as per like our calculation for 80 percentile, we are see if you score 21 marks, DILR 13 marks, and quantitative 16 marks. So overall, if you score 44 marks, you will be achieving 80 percentile, right? So rising the ladder of this percentile, if you expect to be a 99 percentile, so we are see you need to score a 41, DILR you need to score 32, and quantitative you need to score 38 marks, right? Overall, you have to score 97, and yes, rising a further one level high, so 99.5 plus percentile, the overall score will be 104, right? So this is a table which will help you to analyze and to approximate your score, your percentile, right, based on your attempts. Okay, so student feedback. So this was a day very hectic for us here at EduShastra, but the day was ended with a very good feedback and yes, with a very pleasant environment. The why? Because this is saying that EduShastra student has a great deal of similarity between EduShastra mock and the CAT 2021. Several students gave the feedback that the CAT 21 appeared to them as the extension of the mock test and the workshop held at EduShastra, right? So this was like a very pleasant note for us, all of us, for here at EduShastra, and this will be award for us, like for the throughout the efforts which we have done for a complete year to make you happy, to make you comfortable to appear for this year CAT, right? So yes, as students are saying, they are just sitting and writing a mock test of EduShastra, assuming that this is a CAT 2021, right? So yes, this was a very pleasant note for all of us here at EduShastra. And yes, this is a website, the email addresses and the phone numbers. So if you have any queries further, so you can just connect with us with any mode of the connection, right? Any mode of the communication. And the expert team here at EduShastra will be helping you for your concerns, for your questions, for your queries, right? So what I suggest now, CAT is over. Just take a relax for a day or two walk outside, roam around, and then prepare for the coming tests, which are like a symbiosis, Nasimonji, Z, right? All those exams. And here's keeping a finger crossed for the best for this CAT 2021. And once the result is out, right? So we will be happy to help you for your preparation for the group discussion, personal interview, writing assessment test, right? So all those things will be there here at EduShastra, right? So just keeping your finger crossed and hoping for the best. So with this, we are just wishing you a very best of luck for further exams and hoping for the best result for you for this year CAT. So thank you very much. And for any query, just feel free to connect with us here at EduShastra. So thank you very much.